Hi friends, welcome. Today we see the main four parts of information system and its users. Number one, people. People are surely the most important part of any information system. Our lives are touched every day by computers and information system. Many times the contact is direct and obvious, such as when we create documents using a word processing program or when we connect to the internet. Other times the contact is not as obvious. Throughout this content, you will find a variety of features designed to help you become a computer competent and knowledgeable. These features include making IT work for you, tips and the careers in IT. Tips. We all can benefit from a few tips or suggestions throughout this content. You will find numerous tips ranging from the basic of keeping your computer system running smoothly and how to protect your privacy while surfing the web. For a partial list of the tips presented the following chapters. Careers in IT. One of the most important decisions of your life is to decide upon your life's work or career. Perhaps you are planning to be a writer, an artist, or an engineer, or you might become a professional in information technology. Each of the following chapters highlights the specific career in information technology. This picture provides job description, projected employment demands, educational requirements, current salary ranges, and advanced opportunities. Number two, software. Software, as we mentioned, is another name of programs. Programs are the instructions that tell the computer how to process data into form you want. In most cases, the words software and programs are interchangeable. There are two major kinds of software: system software and application software. You can think of application software as the kind you use. Think system software as the kind of the computer uses. Software system. The user interacts primarily with application software. System software enables the application software to interact with the computer hardware. System software is background software that helps the computer manage its own internal resources. System software is not a single program, rather it is a collection of programs. Include the following. Operating systems. Operating systems are programs that coordinate computer resources, provide an interface between users and the computer, and run applications. Windows Vista and the Mac OS X are two of the best known operating systems for today's microcomputers users. Utilities. Utilities perform a specific task related to managing computer resources. For example, the Windows utility called Disk Defragmenter locates and eliminates unnecessary file fragments and rearranges files and unused disk space or optimize computer operation. Device drivers. Device drivers are specialized programs designed to allow particular input or output devices to communicate with the rest of the computer system. Application software. Application software might be described as end-user software. This program can be categorized as the either basic or specialized applications. Basic applications. Basic applications are widely used in nearly all careers areas. They are all kinds of programs you have to know to be considered computer competent. One of these basic applications is a browser to navigate, explore and find information on the internet. The two most widely used browsers are Microsoft Internet Explorer and Netscape's Navigator. For summary of the basic applications. Specialized application. Specialized applications include thousands of other programs that are more narrowly focused on specific disciplines and occupations. Some of the best known are graphics, audio, video, multimedia, web authoring, and artificial intelligence programs. Number 3, hardware. Computers are electronic devices that can follow instructions to offset input process that input and produce information. This content focuses principally on microcomputers. However, it is almost a curtain that you will come in contact, at least indirectly, with other types of computers. Types of computers. There are four types of computers: supercomputers, mainframe computers, mini computers, and microcomputers. Number 1. Supercomputer. Supercomputers are the most powerful type of computers. These machines are special high-capacity computers used by very large organizations, IBMs. Blue Gene is one of the fastest computers in the world. Number 2. Mainframe computers. Mainframe computers occupy specially wired air-conditioned rooms, although not nearly as powerful supercomputers. Mainframe computers are capable of a great processing speeds and data storage. For example, insurance companies use mainframes to process information about millions of policyholders. Number 3. Mini computers. Mini computers, also known as mid-range computers or refrigerator-sized machines. Medium-sized companies or departments of a large companies typically use them for specific purposes. For example, production departments use microcomputers to monitor curtain manufacturing process and assembly line operations. Number 4. Microcomputers. Microcomputers are the least powerful yet the most widely used and fastest growing type of computer. There are four types of microcomputers: desktop, notebook, tablet PC, and handheld computers. Desktop computers are small enough to fit on top of the or alongside a desk, yet are too big to carry around. Notebook computers, also known as laptop computers, are portable, lightweight, and fit into most briefcases. A tablet PC is a type of notebook computer that accepts your handwriting. This input is digitized and converted to a standard text that can be further processed by programs such as a word processor. Handheld computers are the smallest and are designed to fit into the palm of the hand. This system contains an entire computer system, including the electronic components, secondary storage, and input and output devices. Personal digital assistant (PDAs) and smartphones are the most widely used handheld computers. Microcomputer hardware. Hardware for a microcomputer system consists of a variety of different devices. For a typical desktop system, this physical equipment falls into four basic categories: system unit, input and output, secondary storage, and communication. Because we discuss hardware in the detail later in this chapter, here we will present just a quick overview of the four basic categories. System units. The system unit is a container that houses most of the electronic components that make up a computer system. Two important components of the system units are the microprocessor and memory. The microprocessor controls and manipulates data to produce information. Memory is a holding area for data, instruction and information. One type of random access memory, RAM, holds the program and data that is currently being processed. This type of memory is sometimes referred as a temporary storage because its contents will typically be lost if the electrical power to the computer is disrupted. Input and output. Input devices translate data and programs that humans can understand to a form that computer can process. The most common input devices are the keyboard and the mouse. Output devices translate the processed information from the computer into a form that humans can understand. The most common output devices are monitors and printers. Secondary storage. Unlike memory, secondary storage holds a data and programs even after electrical power to the computer system has been turned off. The most important kinds of secondary media are hard disks, solid state storage, and optical discs. Hard disks are typically used to store programs and very large data files, using rigid metallic platters and read-write heads that move across the platters. Data and information is stored using the magnetic charges of the disk surface. In contrast, solid-state storage does not have any moving parts, is more reliable and requires less power. It saves data and information electronically similarly to RAM, except that is not volatile. Two types of flash memory cards that are widely used in portable devices, and USB drives that are widely used compact storage medium for transporting data and information between computers and a variety of specialty devices. Optical discs. Optical discs use laser technology and have the greatest capacity. Three types of optical discs are compact discs (CD), digital versatile discs (DVDs), and high definition HD discs. Communication. At one time, it was uncommon for a microcomputer system to communicate with other computer system. Now, using communication devices, a microcomputer can communicate with the other computer systems located as near as the next office or as far away as halfway around the world using the internet. The most widely used communication device is a modem, which modifies telephone's communication into a form that can be processed by a computer. Modems also modify computer outputs into a form that can be transmitted across the standard telephone lines. Number 4. Data. Data is a raw, unprocessed facts including text, numbers, images, and sounds. As we have mentioned earlier, processed data becomes information. When stored electronically in files, data can be used directly as input for system unit. Number 1. Document files. Document files created by word processors to save documents such as memos, term papers, and letters. Number 2. Worksheet files. Worksheet files created by electronic spreadsheets to analyze things like budgets and predict sales. Number 3. Database files. Database files typically created by database management programs to contain highly structured and organized data. For example, an employee database file might contain all the workers' names, employee ID, job titles, and other related pieces of information. Number 4. Presentation files. Presentation files created by presentation graphics programs to save presentation materials. For example, a file might contain audience handouts, speaker notes, and electronic slides. Connectivity, the wireless revolution and the internet. Connectivity is the capability of your microcomputer to share information with other computers. The single most dramatic change in connectivity in the past 5 years has been the widespread use by mobile or wireless communications devices. For just few of these devices, many experts predict that these wireless applications are just the beginning of the wireless revolution, a revolution that is expected to dramatically affect the way we communicate and use computer technology. Central to the concept of connectivity is the network. A network is a communication system connecting two or more computers. The largest network in the world is the internet. It is like a giant highway that connects you to millions of other people and organizations located throughout the world. The web provides a multimedia interface to the numerous resources available on the internet. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe.